What's up, guys? It is Monday, the 10th, and welcome to the first video of this new sub-channel, if you will, as we lead up to Love Day, as many in the world like to say. And this is Healthy Believable Matters, where I do reviews on movies and look at the romance portrayed in said movie. Keep in mind, I am not a licensed couples therapist or anything. If you're looking for that, everyone go check out Cinema Therapy. I sort of live and die by them because they are licensed and they do analyses on a lot of videos and content that I think have helped me and have helped a lot of people. But I'm not going to be doing like mental health videos on this new series because I do not think I'm fully qualified. But I have been in relationships and I have seen the gamut and spectrum of healthy and not healthy, and I have had varying opinions of how that is portrayed in fiction and stories. So I'll be throwing my 2 cents out there. If you think I'm full of shit, please spam me in the comments, respectfully, obviously. Disrespectful comments will be removed. But for the first video, the last promise I made in my last video was that I was going to review Poor Things, and so I will, even though it is a year old. And the first relationship that I'm going to look at in Poor Things is Bella and Max. He is the first character male character that we meet in Bella's journey over the course of the film. And looking at, is it healthy? For that, I think I would give it a green because I don't think it starts out healthy. I think he definitely falls into a trap of trying to keep her confined when she doesn't want that. But then each of them grow separately. And I think where they are by the end of the film, she has come to understand that she does want something slightly more stable as opposed to adventure, and he has come to understand that while he does want her, she deserves and needs her space and her own agency within the environment itself. And there's a tricky aspect in there with the fact that because of the fantastical elements of the film, you can make some argument that he's kind of her brother, maybe. Like the film isn't leaning into it, so I'm not going to fully go there. But because it's almost portrayed as a almost healthy arranged marriage towards the end, more on the actual resolution of that later, I'm not going to fully docket points for that. So I think in a portrayal of showing how he can sort of start off a little messy, but then evolve, yeah, I'll give that a green. And in terms of believability, that I will give it a blue, because I think for those of us out there that may start out a little messy with another person, it is easy to think that you're going to want to enmesh and try to fix that and try to change it like right next to them, especially for the guy or the one who's maybe slightly more anxious or what have you, but that doesn't work. It almost never works. But what does work is what exactly is portrayed for the bulk of the film, which is she has to go on her own journey. She has to learn things about herself, her sexuality, the world, what she wants, what she doesn't want, and he has to go on his own journey. He has to evolve in his almost professional understanding and being a sort of shadow mentee for the doctor. And in seeing the other Bride of Frankenstein sister character, he has to begin to realize that Bella is special. Like, she's not just another figure that, you know, he doesn't want to contain her by the end of it, because the fact that she isn't contained, he realizes something he really likes about her. And if there's going to be some evolution for those two kinds of personalities, that's the only way to do it, I think, is to go your separate ways and learn separately, and therefore develop better understanding and appreciation for the other person. More on the resolution in a bit, but for believability, that feels authentic. So for that, blue. And then, does it matter? Does it matter that this relationship is put out to the world? I'm going to give that a green, and I'll explain why. Because up until the wedding scene, I would probably rate that a blue, for the above reasons of believability and evolution and growing into a healthy dynamic. But after the wedding, after the twist in which she's forced to go back into the belly of the beast of her old husband and, you know, defeat Archie in her own way, it's never then really explained really what her and Max's relationship is at the end. She has her group of friends, she has her independent life, she has kind of the accumulation of pieces that she needs, but it's never explicitly made clear, is the wedding off? Is he now just kind of each other's assistant and they're going to keep doing, you know, science experiments and whatnot? Are they just friends? And I think it would have behooved the film to, I don't know what happens in the book, but it would have behooved the film, I think, to make a statement on that, because up until then everything is so, you know, well put together in that growth. Because then for someone watching the film, it's then sort of unclear in terms of what the end result of that kind of growth is going to look like. And you can make an argument that what matters is the end result doesn't matter, what matters is the growth itself, which is true. And that's why I'm saying green. It's good to see that portrayed in a film, and a film that is resonating so much. I mean, men I've talked to like the film and it's resonated, I know, especially with women. I am a man, women spam comments if you think I'm full of shit. Talk more about whether this portrayal of growth and agency feels true to you. I do want to know more about that. But if the film had made a more clear statement on Bella and Max by the end, I'd be saying blue here. Because it doesn't, I have to say green, but all in all, this, at least in terms of pseudo-romantic elements, this is the healthiest relationship in her life, at this point in it, at least. And I think the healthiest relationship portrayed in the film. And I think it's one of the best aspects about the film. Because the film is all about growth and learning things about the world and an evolution in our understanding, and it is portrayed very well across these two characters. Next video will be on Bella and Duncan, which is not going to have these same color ratings, for obvious reasons, but more on that later. Hope you all have enjoyed watching. Cheers.